Have you been wanting to crochet, but you've not known where to start? Trust me, I've been there. Well, you gotta start somewhere, so why not now? Why not here? And why not with me? I'm gonna show you some basic crochet beginning things that you can do to get started, to start practicing and crochet today. Be right back. To complete this practice tutorial, what you're going to need is embroidery scissors, your favorite size 4 crochet yarn, and it can be any color you would like, any brand you would like, a size 5 crochet hook, but in today's tutorial I'm using a size 5.5, doesn't matter, typically a 5 or 5.5 is fine for practice, and of course a darning needle. So I wanted to do this tutorial because you got to start somewhere. If you've never ever crocheted anything, it's a great thing to have somebody kind of walk you through things and for you to have an opportunity to practice. So that's what we're going to do in this tutorial. So let's start by learning to make a slip knot. We're going to place the yarn in our hand and we're going to simply just wrap it around our finger like so. Okay? Then we're going to take this piece of yarn and pull it over that first piece of yarn, just like that, okay? And then we're going to take this piece of yarn and put it right over our finger like so, okay? Then what we're going to do is we're going to insert our hook right there underneath that yarn, and we're going to pull, and it will make a nice snug slip knot. And I want you to feel free to rewind and practice until you feel comfortable moving on to the next step. Now I want to practice our chain. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 14, okay? So what you would do is you would yarn over and just pull that loop through, and you've made a chain. Let's do it again. Yarn over and pull through, and there's your second one. Yarn over and pull through. That's our third. Yarn over and pull through 4. Yarn over, pull through 5. And that's 6. Yarn over and pull through 7. You're doing good. Yarn over and pull through 8. Yarn over and pull through 9. Yarn over and pull through 10. Okay, hopefully you're getting the rhythm of it so far. Yarn over and pull through 11. Yarn over and pull through 12. Yarn over and pull through 13. Yarn over and pull through 14. There you go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1. So you would just add another chain. Okay. Then we're going to turn our work and start working our rows. Now what we're going to do is we're going to, you see that chain there? We're going to skip that chain that we did and we're going to work into this one. Okay. And we're going to do a simple single crochet. So we're going to insert our hook and we're going to just grab that loop there and pull it through. And you will end up with 2 loops on your hook. And you're simply going to yarn over and pull through both of them. Okay? Now, let's go to that second chain that we have here. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to insert our hook, and we're going to go ahead and pull that piece of yarn up, and we end up with 2 loops on our hook. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through both loops. Okay, let's see if we can go just a little bit faster. We're going to insert our hook and pull that yarn through, yarn over and pull through both loops. Into the next stitch, insert our hook, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both. Okay, so I want you to continue practicing that single crochet all the way down the row. Take your time, do it until you feel comfortable, and I'll meet you and show you what comes next. So this is what we look like at the end of our first row, and it's very important that I draw your attention to something: the importance of counting. As you begin to crochet and become proficient at crocheting, you will come to notice that having a neat project and having a not so neat project often comes down to how well you were able to keep up with your counting as you went from row to row. So, just as a review and just to get you used to the process of counting, I want to remind you that when we began, we did a chain of 14 plus 1. And then we skipped 1 and began doing our single crochets all the way down the row. So, with that in mind, what we should have right now is 14 single crochets. So what we're going to do is we're going to count all the way down and make sure that that is the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Perfect. If we had too many or too few, our work would begin to curve up on us or get too tight and start looking a hot mess. So we're going to continue now. So now we're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn our work. And what you're also going to learn as you begin crocheting more often is that when you turn your work, the number of chains is going to correspond to the size of your stitches. So since we did a short stitch, which is our single crochet, we did a single chain when we turned our work. If we were to do a double crochet, we would probably chain 2 or chain 3 when we turned our work. But don't worry about that just yet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work our second row by adding single crochets into that next row. So we would insert our hook, pull up a piece of yarn, and then yarn over and pull through both loops. Insert our hook, pull up our yarn, yarn over, and then pull through 2 loops. Insert our hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. So that's 3 that we've done so far, okay? Insert our hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through both. And I want you to work all the way down, practicing the single crochet, because it's really that muscle memory that's going to get you comfortable with crocheting. And the next thing you know, you're not even going to have to think about it. So be right back. Now, at the end of row 2, this is what your work is looking like. Okay? And you're starting to build something, your very first bit of a project. So congratulations. Now what we're going to do is chain 1, turn our work again, and we're just going to keep practicing. That's all this tutorial is about, is just getting you familiar with the process of counting, the process of doing a basic stitch, and just kind of get you where you're more comfortable crocheting in general. So now that we've chained 1 and we've turned our work, we're going to begin working our single crochets. And this time I want you to make a concerted effort to count as you crochet. Okay? I'll work it with you. Insert our hook, yarn over and pull through, and that's 1. Insert our hook, yarn over and pull through 2, That's 2, 3, 4, 5. And just practice this and feel free to rewind, do it over until it feels comfortable. Okay, so we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's continue. Insert our hook, yarn over and pull through. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'll keep going. 10, 11. If we've done this right, we'll have 14, okay? That's 12. That's 13. And looky here, you guys. There's our 14th. Perfect. Okay, so that's what our work looks like now. Now I want you to complete an additional 5 rows and meet me back. Okay, so this is what you're going to look like after you've completed those additional 5 rows. And I'm going to tell you, don't you worry one bit if it's not exactly perfect when you're just beginning. It takes time in order to get everything looking the way that you would like, but I guarantee you, if you devote a little bit of time and effort to practicing it, it will start to look so amazing, okay? And you'll start to see that things are starting to be lined up very well, and you'll have nice, neat, tight stitches, okay? So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial that we've done. Feel free to keep working single crochets followed by a chain 1 all the way until you feel like you would like to stop, just for the sake of practice. Remember to count, 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 count. Very important in crocheting. Remember to turn 1 chain at the end of each row, and just have fun with it. Until next time, from my heart to your hooks, happy crocheting, friends.